Hi there, traders. This is Brad Goodall with today's trading action. All right, now the week really starts today, right? You've got some key numbers coming out. UK unemployment numbers or employment change going to be key to sterling. Sterling crosses. You've got the CAD inflation numbers, right? We've got the Bank of Canada coming up. We do have the Bank of England as well, and retail sales, and we've got the FOMC, of course, as well. So there's a number of things coming out today to really spur the market on. But the best thing is, right, you don't have to look too hard for what we need, right? We're looking for something to match up with what's happening in the market. So, Euro, it's slowly picking itself up off the floor and showing signs of life, right? And sterling, right, has already done so, right? This is so to me, out of the currencies that are moving here, sterling is the lead, right? And that's why today's employment numbers are so important. Sterling is already starting to go up, and the dollar is starting to drift, right? It's starting to drift across the board on various instruments. So Aussie, I think I'm feeling really comfortable to look at Aussie and Kiwi again, right? They have been somewhat like just frozen with this China tariff situation for, the best part of the year. So they are showing signs of life. Sterling is the lead. We've got UK data. All we need is, what's as expected or stronger numbers to really give us the picture here, right? And if I just come through trading economics just to show you where everything sort of fits. I mean, there's a couple of RBA stooges talking there. I wouldn't be too concerned about that. The employment numbers first cab off the rank, right? This is, as I said, it's important for what is happening now. If we got like it may be a stretch, right, to sort of expect some stronger numbers, but and they are expecting a slightly weaker number than the previous. But it can kick things off. The ZEW numbers in Germany, something worth looking at if you're in the Eurozone. Then you've got the inflation numbers there out of Canada, and then you've got retail sales, industrial production numbers out of the US. So really, there's something for everyone today. But don't go looking for like the difficult trade. The easy trade here is weaker numbers, right? Weaker US retail sales works for all instruments at the moment, all major currency pairs. When it comes to the sterling and CAD numbers, obviously look at sterling, and then you can start to sort of probe around and have a look at what's happening on the sterling crosses, right? This is where you need to do a little bit of homework and come back through whether you're using Metastock or something else. Get your charts up, work out where the instruments are. Or the other way you can do it is come down through the live signals, and you can see the major currency pairs here have very clear direction at the moment. Pretty much all of them. Actually, I've just left off dollar Swiss, but they are all there, right? So when you're looking through the majors, we just need them to line up and give us a clear signal. So today's economic numbers, they are like alerts, right? Treat them as an alert. So, if sterling's going up, right? So if we get strong numbers, that's an alert to buy sterling. That's what you've got to be thinking of. So, and obviously to make it a bit easier, if you go down through the various pairs, looking at what is doing what, this is where sterling can really start to not only outperform the US dollar, but also it's like little cousins, the Aussie and Kiwi, which will go with sterling. But if the numbers in sterling are good, right, and you can see here very clearly, we've got some really good signals here, okay, for sterling Kiwi. I'll be having a look at that pretty quickly after this video. So everything's in play. We've got clear direction here on the major currency pairs. So the majors, to me, are in the firing line, right? Not just the crosses. And then you can come back and cherry pick the best crosses either on the CAD or sterling itself, right? A lot to play for today, guys. This is like the start of the week. Now, you don't necessarily need to be trading the numbers live, but what we want to trade is the outcome afterwards. And you can see very clearly here on the charts, sterling looks pretty goddamn amazing, right? It's heading topside. If anything, I'm a little bit not pissed off, but you know what? This is a very clean break. This is technical analysis 101. See how it's broken through the trend line? It's come back, retested a couple of times, and then gone up. It's now sitting here waiting for the next leg. And that's where the economic numbers are. Strong it goes up, weak it goes down. We want strength because the dollar is slowly falling across the board. And the best thing is it's moving without sort of too much drama, right? There's always, stories about Trump meddling with the Fed and all these sorts of things. But the it's just like prime for it when it goes down without all the noise. That's where you know you've got a trend in play, right? Sometimes the big noise of in like big numbers or the Fed or Trump, overshadows what's actually going on. What we're seeing is no noise and the currency starting to move. That is extremely promising. All right, guys, have a good day ahead. It'd be remiss of me to not mention if you are sort of new to trading, then check out the upcoming webinar I'll be doing, coaching session in about 15 or 20 minutes. That is going to be something to really get your teeth into. And don't forget when it comes to the main site, we do have the workshop in on the Gold Coast for those Australian clients that you might want to have a look at. That's going to be a pretty good event. We haven't really done an in-person live workshop for some time. So if you are in Australia, check that out. We could probably do a deal on that, right? So anyway, lots to play for today. Focus, get your charts tuned up, sterling, CAD crosses, and the major currency pairs. Good luck and happy trading.